Hello everyone, and welcome back to Cosplay Tea Time, a place where cosplayers come, sit in our cosplays and outfits, and we talk about random themes and the art of cosplaying. So, today I am your host. My name is Jen. I've been cosplaying for about 2 years now. You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as JenPeardCosplays45. And today I'm doing a spring look of Velvet Scarlatina from Ruby. Sorry the ears don't fit on screen, made them a little too big, but that's a little bit about me, so let's get to know our guest and tea sippers today, starting with...
Hi, my name is BelladonnaRoseCosplays. As you can see today, I'm not in cosplay, I'm in drag. It's the last minute thing I could pull on. That's great. I'm in my male drag today. And I kind of feel like I look like my cousin. I don't know, I'm kind of digging it. But yeah, if you want to find more about me, I have a link tree on my TikTok. I also have a YouTube. Check those bad boys out. And yeah, right now I have a thing up for a cosplay, so if you want to support that, go ahead. Other than that, share it around.
Yes.
All right, who's next?
Hey, I'm Lee. You can find me on TikTok, Instagram, Genshin Impact, and Roblox. Even Snooty too, because I have 2 times the charm. And also, that Springy died 2 times.
I'm Springy. I have a bunny with me because I wanted to grab a bunny. I don't have the chocolate one. You can find me on Demon Reviews primarily. Instagram I post sometimes as the real Skeleton Man 1123. And the Tickety Talkities as well. All that is in the links and all of the trees and all that fun stuff. And Spring is my name, and I have ears, and I'm kind of like Jean Bunny Man. Yes.
Love it.
Funny, man. What is that?
No worries. Alrighty, well thank you all for attending, and welcome to our guests out there who are joining our lovely cosplay tea time. So to get to know our tea sippers a bit better, I'm just going to ask a couple questions, kind of warm up the room with some icebreakers. So my first one of the day is, what was the first anime series you ever watched?
Well, first anime series that we've ever watched, we all know are like, this is it. The first anime, and I'm into it all for the rest of it. Let's see if I like it. You know, always those first ones kind of give you a bit of a try. And mine was Your Lie in April. I mean, yes, I did watch Ruby before that, but Rooster Teeth has kind of said that Ruby's not an anime. It's more of a show in an anime cartoon style, which we'll let you guys argue on that. We're gonna keep out of that one. Sorry for triggering that, Jen, but
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, I watched Your Lie in April, and to be honest, I cried at the end. It was so beautiful and sad. I need somebody else to go because I'm gonna cry just thinking about it.
High School Host Club was my first actual anime, which was really nice because it's like, it's not like Attack on Titan where it's like blood.
Yeah.
That's my second one.
Springy.
So my first. Sorry, something was concerning in the background. My first anime was Pokemon, which I know there's a whole layer of debate on that too. But if we're going more on like traditional, I guess, animes, it was Naruto was also my first one. Those two are my first ones I've ever watched. But yeah, that's my answer. That I've watched Pokemon since a very young age, so yeah.
It's a good show to go back and watch and relive those childhood memories. So a lot of good animes out there, and then some that are like up for debate. Like, is it an anime? Is it more like animation, cartoons, like Ruby and Avatar? So yes, I'm trying to remember my very first anime I watched when I was older was Ah My Goddess. Ah My Goddess or something like that. It's about a guy, there's like these three goddesses that come and live with him in like the human world, and they get into all kinds of little adventures and whatnot. So that was definitely one of my favorite ones I like to go back and rewatch from time to time. So next question of the day, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is now, is how would your favorite character, so think of your favorite character and think about your, what do they call it? Like your aesthetic, something like that, like how you dress every day, like everyday wear, not like cosplay, but just like, typical everyday wear. There we go. That's probably what we want. So, how would your favorite character dress up as you?
Well, because I dress up in scrubs almost every day, I already relate to Mr. Aizawa because, to be honest, I've kind of imagined him to wear, for his hero costume, a scrub-like material. So, yeah. Just cosmetology scrubs, black scrubs. Yeah, basically. He'd look cool, just, I don't know, doing hair, I don't know.
Oh.
I mean, it'd be funny, it'd be interesting, because he's a man that sleeps all day. But,
Here,
yeah.
I see it.
Next.
It's mine's Penny.
Penny.
I don't have any Penny posters yet. I feel like if Penny wore like my favorite character is obviously Penny, but if Penny had like a baggy shirt and baggy pants, and just kind of like that Aizawa style, where it's like comfortable clothing, that would probably fit me.
I like that. After being protector of Mantle, she just comes home and veggies out and comfy wear.
Yeah,
I like that.
Leave me alone.
I feel that.
Leave.
Yes.
Springy.
Oh, well, my favorite character right now is Ben 10. Because I've been rewatching that a lot recently and making brand new aliens for him. So I feel like instead of wearing skinny jeans, which I don't know if that's just the art style or not, it would be more just like baggy jeans and some sort of printed t-shirt. Because even at work, I wear printed t-shirts. Not like giant, like, oh my golly, gee willikers. But like, simple ones that say like, Marvel, not sponsored. Or, anything, or just like a simple logo or something. Those are sometimes I wear to work. So, and my boss is fine with it, and that's why I wear pretty much every single day. Or just some nice sweatpants. Some brightly colored sweatpants. These look orange, but I promise you, they're a bright crimson red.
No worries. Yeah, it just sounds like everybody's like taking a turn for comfy wear. So I'm thinking of my favorite character, which is Nora Valkyrie from Ruby, and I feel like her aesthetic's more like preppy, likes to dress up a lot and like skirts and whatnot, and wonder how she would feel about just wearing like skinny jeans and boots and like sweaters. I don't want to say I dress up like a grandma sometimes, but if anybody sees me like post my outfits of the day, it's just like those old kind of fashion sweaters with like the collared shirts and everything. Just like you're still kind of dressed up, but it's still pretty casual. You can move around in the day, so kind of professional wear, but still casual. So we have
That style.
there you go. Yes, so we want to tune into the viewers out there. If this is your first time watching an episode of Cosplay Tea Time, welcome. Thanks for tuning in and listening. So we just want to say, thank you for watching. If you're a fellow cosplayer out there, we do have an Instagram page, for anybody and everybody, not just cosplayers. But if you are a cosplayer and you would like to join our little Cosplay Tea Time community, which is absolutely amazing. Everybody's dancing. I love it. Hype, no.
Come and join us, everybody. It's going to be fun. Wow.
Yes, so if you're interested in joining, we do a variety of themes, whether it's like holidays, like today, we're going to be talking about spring and the Easter season here in a moment, whether it's about different fandoms like RWBY, Marvel, superhero, anime. We do different color theme podcasts, which we're working on. So, if you want to join in and just come and vibe or want to sit in and attend a podcast recording, do message us on Instagram. Our account name is cosplay_tea_time. Just look for the little mouse. He's a little purple mousey do in a teacup. He's surrounded by books and flowers. Absolutely adorable and cute. You can't miss it. So again, we just want to...
Can't miss him.
I know. So again, if you just want to support us by following us on Instagram, subscribing to our YouTube channel, turn on that notification bell so that you can get notified when our episodes come out, we'd greatly appreciate it. And again, just sharing, coming and joining, however you can support us. We're just truly grateful and very thankful. At least I am. Deep down in the bottom of my heart, I think about it every single day. I'm just like, oh, I'm so glad I get to do this. It's so wonderful. So now yes, it's important to be grateful every day. So now we get to go to our theme, which, as you know by the title, is called Spring/Easter. So we're talking a little bit about the Easter season. It's spring. There's a freshness about. At least there was a couple days ago in my area where it was warm, and now all of a sudden we've had a cold snap. So spring, yay! But yes, we're enjoying the long summer. Oh my gosh, long spring days and nights and whatnot. I'm looking forward to summer. Can you all tell? But no, I'm glad spring is here. I'm glad we're finally in the spring solstice. I'm excited to see what spring brings. There's a lot of changes that happen. There's a lot of opportunity to grow as well. You can grow as a person, grow as a cosplayer. So, but not to get too sappy and sentimental, let's talk about some fun things. So we'll start with our first question, which is, what words do you associate with spring?
Eggs.
Eggs. Nice. Like that.
Don't drop your eggs. No. You will be sad.
Jay?
Say flowers, maybe?
Yeah.
Because I dressed up as Ruby Rose, because she's the rose part.
So when I think of the word spring, I think of either myself or Springtrap, if I find the phrase, but the season of spring, if it's, context of the sentence. Easter, and, rabbits. Probably not this kind of rabbit, but still a rabbit. Nonetheless, more like that. But yeah.
Those are some good ones. For sure. I like the idea of Ruby Rose. It just crossed my mind when you said that. I was like, oh, now I understand why she's in Ruby Rose. Love it. Yes, so some words I associate with spring. One of them I mentioned before, which is like fresh. I feel like it's a time to refresh your mind, your body, your spirit, emotional, mental connection. This is not mental health, this is cosplay. So some other words is, the color green. We just did a green recording, which we posted right before the spring solstice. So can go check that out. Hopefully, when I figure out how to do it, it'll be somewhere in here. Ooh.
Listen to it. Listen to it again.
Yes. So like the color green, the grass, flowers, sometimes even the cherry blossoms because, I live close to DC. I've been seeing a lot of advertisements and friends going to like the cherry blossom festival. So also think of that as well. Alrighty, next up we have, what is your favorite part about spring?
Uh, just everything, man. The way that it goes, the way that it is, the way that it's gonna be. Just the opportunity to celebrate the events that happened in religious history, the part of acceptance towards each other, and the way that it was originally supposed to be before we all just became our own thing in this generation, where it's just too confusing for me to even say. But yeah, just everything that we celebrate, that we're thankful to be here for. I know this isn't Thanksgiving, and I'm saying thankful. Bear with me, but just the things that we have been originally. I'm losing myself. um, but just the just celebrating that originally, the way that Christ has taken away our sins and everything, and yeah, I'm that's kind of my most favorite part because I really like hearing stories, whether they're real or not. And as an Armenian myself, we are Christian people, and we're not super like eating into it, but we're more of just like, oh, forgiveness. This is that. Let's all forgive. Let's love each other. So yeah, just everything. That part is my favorite.
I like that. Thank you for sharing, Bella. We got Jay. It's spring cleaning.
Oh yeah, it's not spring cleaning.
Oh, it's not?
Well, I like to call it, no, I'd like to call it more like spring messiness. Because I try cleaning it and then it turns into a mess and like, forget about it. And I just move it under my bed. To like next spring. But I feel like besides that, it probably has to be like just like having the warm weather come back.
Yes.
It's like I live in New England and everyone here is like, oh, I hate the winter. I hate the summer. It's just like all over the place.
Well, one of my favorite parts about spring is the breaks we get from schooling, and if you work in the school district, most of the time you get that week off as well. So the only downside is that college spring break and elementary school spring break are 2 different weeks.
No?
Yeah. So if you work at one place and go to the other, you never get a break. But yeah, spring break in general is one of my favorite things. Like the more calm spring break, not the crazy ones. But yeah, spring break.
Hey, you're being honest, and we appreciate that here. So, for sure. So, yeah, it's definitely have Yeah. Oh, that's right. You both work in like the school district, so there you go. Hard at work. Hmm. Yeah, it's trying to comprise small list of a couple things. I think like with cosplaying, I think just being able to go outside and like cosplay outside. Because in the winter it is a bit trickier because one, it's cold, and if you're wearing like a short sleeve or something, it's just like you're standing there shivering and you hope it doesn't come across in photos or videos. So, going outside, being outside in the fresh air, like being in cosplay is amazing as well. Um, just being able to open up the house, being able to air out the house, feel like I'm coming out of hibernation in a way, and just like, yes, ready for spring, ready for warmth. Like, I'm done with cold, I'm done with winter. Like, let's move forward. So,
Yeah, just like opening up that really that scene.
exactly.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thing about being outdoors is that people with allergies, pollen is
Yeah.
the worst, and I mean
Agreed.
it's the worst.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
That, and I feel like now that like
24 hours, it is horrible.
yeah.
yeah,
I don't like pollen at all.
Nah, not a fan.
this is here allergic to pollen, like grass cutting.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot stand it. Just like the cutting of grass. I'm like,
Happens. You gotta find a way. Get through that. So, and then tapping into what Bella said, earlier about like, Easter, it's a holiday celebrated by, Christians about the death and resurrection of Jesus Christ. So I was just going to tap into that too for a moment and see, did anyone have any like favorite Easter traditions that they do with themselves or even with their family? Because that's important too.
This is kind of my favorite tradition for every single thing. But if there's food, I'm gonna eat, alright? I know these guys want to be up here to represent spring, and they're blocking the view of what I'm trying to eat. But as you can see, I want to eat.
Love that. Yeah, Jay.
I don't know. I'd probably say it's definitely not my family because my family is a mess. But it'd probably like be like doing an egg toss and then like failing at it and then having the eggs crack all over the place. They're also eating it.
That sounds like fun though.
Something we do is no matter how old we are, we still do the egg hunting just because it's with the plastic eggs and all that. So that's always fun. And also just the immense amount of candy. I know we all talk about food, but candy. Easter is also a very much a candy holiday nowadays as well.
It is. It is indeed. All Easter candy out there, going to the grocery store, it's like, I feel like it's just the same candy, but just wrapped in different wrapping, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
someone back me up. So I don't sound crazy, but.
It's all manufacturing and all that stuff for the same junk. They just want to appeal to your eyes, man.
Yep.
And also, it's important to, yes, go hot wild on the sugar, but just don't eat too much because, one, you might get a tummy ache, and even if you don't get a tummy ache, it's not so good for your system in the near future because we rely on healthy food to help us develop and grow properly, even when we are in our 20s and we are getting older and turning into old people. To also have those fruits and vegetables as well really helps to, with the way our bodies function, how much energy we have, this and that, and yeah, you can read about it all in this book called The Hacking of America. My mom read it up to us, and we were like, that's very interesting. Even though my dad is, he doesn't follow all of that. So yeah, but hey,
That's
it's okay to splurge once in a while.
Yeah,
I mean,
just get a
I know
couple
my mom
pieces.
is just crazy in a good way, but hey, you can learn a lot of interesting stuff from health and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm done. Let's go. I'm ready.
All right. Yeah, just want to wrap up that question. So, Easter traditions right now, it's just my husband and I. So, we don't really have any except that we usually go to Lowe's and then we do a bunch of yard work if it's nice outside. I know it's not the most fun sounding thing, but it is nice afterwards just to be like, oh, we got the weeding done and the grass cut and everything. So, and then of course, we'll buy like a small bag of candy and we'll have like a couple pieces afterwards because we deserve to be rewarded for our job. But one of my favorite Easter traditions, and also a memory, I'm going to just speak about mine because they kind of go hand in hand, and then we'll ask the other tea sippers as well. But, a favorite past Easter memory that I have is going to my grandparents' house, so on my maternal side. And usually it was on Palm Sunday, so the week before Easter, and they would have like a party, and yes, there would be all kinds of foods, veggie trays, meat trays, baked beans. My pappy would make his world famous, I mean, it should be world famous, but in my heart it's world famous, coconut cake. I love coconut cake. So he would make that, and we would just play games. There'd be an egg hunt, be all kinds of different activities. But it was really just like coming together as a family, like during that Easter time. And then, of course, remembering Christ and what he did for us on the cross. So now I'm going to ask the other people here, other folksies, what is your favorite Easter memory?
My favorite Easter memory, would be just just all the times that I spent Easter with my family in the past, because at the time, my dad's side, everybody was alive. Even if somebody passed, I would cherish those memories forever. Yeah, I remember one time we went to my aunt's apartment in her living facility, and we all had Chinese food. Uh, I know we did that the last time on my uncle's birthday, but it's pretty nice whenever you are with family and you just every memory that you like to cherish, it's there and you can't just pick one, so everything is your favorite. Yeah. Pretty thankful about that too.
Alrighty, it is Jay's turn.
It was when I was at my father's parents' house, and we were doing like an egg hunt, and there was like a wall and kind of like a forest kind of behind it, and so they put the eggs in kind of like the woodsy area, and we got to do the egg hunt there.
I love that.
Well, one of my favorite Easter memories. All of our Easters are very simple. Like it's very much same routine because it's just me, my mom, my aunt who lives, together in California. Everybody else lives other places and they don't really come here often. But one of my favorite ones was trying not to just be like when the Easter Bunny, brought me then because just the general tradition of the Easter Bunny it being put it throughout the years was one of my favorite things. Yeah, I don't really have one in particular that's my favorite. So yeah,
So next year, Easter Bunny John. Since
Oh,
you did
yes, next.
Santa Jean.
Yes. This is Easter Bunny Jean. Each season we're just gonna do a different version of Jean
There you go.
for these things.
So stay tuned. Better subscribe so you don't miss it.
Yes. Maybe next Christmas there'll be a different Ruby character.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Oh.
Mystery.
Mystery.
What?
I can see John and Velvet just like giving people Easter eggs.
Yeah.
John in his pajama bunny suit
Yeah.
as the Easter bunny giving people their eggs. And Coco's just like, go up to the house, give them their eggs, and he's like turning around, he's like, I hate that you're making me do this.
Rooster Teeth, if you're out there watching, please make this a TV skit. Maybe. We'll see.
That too, but
podcast.
that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah, that's a lot of paperwork too. Anyway, moving forward to another fun question, because we've been talking a lot about is food. But I'm wondering, what is your favorite Easter candy? It could be chocolate, or even just like, I don't know, what's regular food, but you know, just like traditional food you might eat around Easter time.
You made this very hard for me, Jen.
Bella's like, let me pull out my list.
But I can tell you, I've never had Peeps.
What?
But oh, I know what I did have though. This is actually an Armenian candy. Yep, I'm obsessed with my heritage. Nothing wrong about that. But what it basically is, it's an almond encased in chocolate, and then it has a hard candy on the outside. What you do is you suck through the candy part in order to get to the almond part. And oh my gosh, it's so good.
Okay, Jay.
Power Peeps.
Power Peeps?
Yes.
That sounds interesting.
But definitely my favorite would be Kit Kats.
Love Kit Kats.
Great choice.
Well, just because we're talking about Peeps, I do not like Peeps.
Oh,
same.
How dare you? Banned. I'm kidding. Kidding.
Peeps is a band, and then you have forced Peeps down Bella's throat today.
Oh gosh.
On this episode of Cosplay Tea Time. No, I'm kidding. But
a Jean Peeps
jelly beans.
Jelly beans
Jelly
are
beans.
good. Yeah.
Come and get some.
Mainly the Sour Patch Kid ones, or there's like some sweet tart ones too that like me and my mom are not allowed to buy because we eat the bag in that day. That's how good they are. And how little self-control I have, because it's mainly me who eats them. But that's how little self-control I have around those.
Yeah, sound really
But
good
yeah,
then.
they are. They're very good.
Nice. So, seems like whenever we all meet in person, I'm gonna just buy like a big bag of Peeps. Springy, eat these. And I'm gonna be like, Bella, try these. And I'm gonna be like, Springy, you better eat yours.
I'll eat it. I'll eat it. It's not. I don't like. I don't dislike them to the point where I won't eat them if they're like, if I'm a guest and they're like, here, have a Peep. I'm like, okay.
Okay, sure.
I'll eat it.
It's okay. No worries.
Out, forcing Peeps on us.
I'll be nice.
But we're all just having a powwow around these packages of Peeps in the middle of our circle. We're dancing around like Peeps.
We'll just
Peeps.
Like stack them individually.
This high action beat from the nightclub is just playing out of nowhere, and we're outside in cosplay. We're all just like Peeps.
We're trying to summon the Peep guy.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Oh no.
We should start singing some Easter songs.
Super Saiyan Peep.
Start making
Oh,
up some Easter
gosh.
songs. Who wants
Okay.
to jingle, my
Stay
guy?
tuned for next year's cosplay tea time episode.
We
And
will
you need to be
come
like
in
an
for
inflatable
God.
Peep.
Next Easter cosplay tea time episode. Previously, we talked about this. Now we're actually doing it the whole entire episode.
Hey, isn't that what this one is?
Do
Oh,
like an
gosh.
episode where like we all try Peeps and then just
Sure.
have everyone's reaction and then Jen's reaction to us not liking it.
I will make you like them.
I will.
Peeps are so misunderstood. They're so cute and they're so. I mean, they're not the healthiest thing, like carrots or something, but they're just so nice to bite into and they're all fluffy.
Kind
And
of like
you make hot cocoa and put one
s'more.
in. Yes, I've done that.
I probably like a Peep s'more. Like if
Okay.
it burns the Peep and it like burns it like that.
I also don't like s'mores.
Pretty.
I like
love them
ones.
all
I feel like-
separately. I just
What
just
is
like
up
hand
with
me like a tub of marshmallow cream and I'll eat the whole thing. But I just I don't know, man.
Oh, one of my besties, she's the same way. Hallelujah, she's not alone.
Oh. Anywho,
Um,
rewind.
No need
Back
friends.
to
I
here.
eat Peeps.
There you go.
There.
Got the slogan for next week.
Rewind.
Alrighty. Favorite Easter candy? Probably gonna go chocolate and peanut butter. They usually hand out like little peanut butter cup eggs at like, church and stuff. Some churches they'll do that. And then of course I never thought of jelly beans, but I loved jelly beans growing up as a kid. Until I couldn't eat them for 3 years because of braces, but I'm gonna have to go buy some jelly beans now, so thank you, Springy. Alrighty, next question is, which springtime animal is your favorite? So it's anywhere between like a bunny, like the little baby chicks, a lamb. There might be some others. Maybe y'all can think of some others.
I mean, a bunny is kind of typical, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I love bunnies. But I'm really going for I don't really have a favorite animal, to be honest. I just went brain searching and I couldn't find out what springtime animal I liked. But I know that horses are pretty cool. Yeah.
We have to say a chick.
Nope, can't hear.
Like,
Sorry.
I went to this horseback riding place, and they had like a little chick race that like we got to like name little chicks and like chase after like little food pellets. That was fun. In my tracks now.
So my favorite is going to be the very, very stereotypical bunny rabbit because, all my stuff is themed after Springtrap, or was, and my name's Springy based off of Springtrap, not because it's the season. And he's my favorite character. So that's yeah. The bunny the bunny rabbits are very cute and fluffy. And good.
Yeah. I was gonna say also too the bunny rabbit as well. Like, growing up, my sister like loved rabbits, and I never understood the appeal. But somehow I've wound up down a rabbit hole on TikTok. That just came to me. I've been down a rabbit hole on TikTok, and I don't know if it's because of the spring season where it's like rabbit video after rabbit video. It used to be otters and pandas, but all of a sudden now it's rabbits. So And they do. They just look so soft and cute and innocent, and then they grow into these big, massive rabbits, and it's just like, geez Louise. But when they're cute and they're small, it's very adorable. And I loved growing up. We lived like in a little wooded area, and sometimes you would see the bunnies come in the morning. And every spring, I think one of the bunnies was a mama bunny, because then there'd be like one or two little baby bunnies that would join her at like the little breakfast grass buffet. So that was always one of my favorite parts living in that home at the time, was seeing the little bunnies there. So I have a couple more questions here. We have sometimes during the spring, there might be like occasional rainy days, like April showers bring May flowers. So, on those rainy spring days, let's say you have nothing else to do, how would you spend that day?
Well, it's been rainy days, right?
Like rainy.
One, I would make sure I didn't have anything to do with it. And two, I guess I would basically just, if I didn't have class and it was just a weekend, I would do homework and I would take a bunch of naps. Or if I was feeling active, I would probably just exercise a whole bunch that day. Yeah, it really depends on, my mood for that day, raining or not.
Yeah, Jay.
I probably have to say I'm not a big fan of rainy seasons because when I go to work, I have to keep inside the whole time and I have to watch your work and it's not fun. Besides, like, besides when it rains when I'm at work, I kind of like it because I just get to stay inside as usual and just like play Genshin or just like play usual games and that stuff. That and drink hot cold out.
Um, so I'm going to just assume it's on a weekend because weekdays, then it same thing as Jay is just like kids are real loud when they don't get to go outside.
I know.
Uh, but weekends, I'm not really an outdoorsy person, so I'll probably just gonna pretend I am for a second. Be like, oh, the two things I can't do outside. Oh no. Um, I probably run my 3D printer and just check in on it because I'm not allowed to run it when I'm not here. So if I have like a whole day where I can just stay home, that's my peak plan. I don't have to sit in the room with it like I am right now, but just to make sure it doesn't explode. I don't know. But or like to make sure it doesn't fail, aka make spaghetti, aka just one part breaks and then just the whole thing comes tiring down. Uh, but yeah, that or you set something up. Making doing things I can't usually do if I'm planning on if I already have plans that day or something along those lines. Very vague answer, but yeah.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah, so I was thinking that too, just like a random rainy day, you got nothing on your agenda. Probably just spend the time, probably drinking tea, maybe like a lavender chamomile mix, and then either doing like some reading or drawing or something, just trying to relax and take it easy. So just doing like little activities. So we have one more question for the day. So, as many of you probably already have a bunch of different cosplays, so which character that you cosplay would enjoy the spring season the most?
Oh, I would probably definitely say Applejack. Probably Applejack. I'm guessing Applejack. I know in springtime, when the fruit trees they kind of get their flowers, and those flowers turn into little fruits or whatever the tree's trying to produce. But yeah, she would really just enjoy seeing those apples develop in the springtime at the stage that they are. If you've watched My Little Pony, you know who Applejack is. Sometimes I cosplay what I imagine of her from the original show when she's a pony, and then sometimes I cosplay her Equestria Girls show character. But yeah, she's in case you don't know, yeah, she is a character that works on an apple farm. I know, right?
Sounds exciting. All right, Jay, your turn.
Sure, who would enjoy it the most. But I do think that either Penny, Ruby, or Charlie from Hazbin Hotel would like Spring. Because they're so happy and joyful, and that the coolness is finally coming to ish. Especially because Penny lives.
So we have Springy.
Oh man, probably. I think I have two as well. Jean, because gives him an excuse to wear a bunny outfit. Not just this. I assume this is still underneath his outfit. I don't think we've actually seen it recently, but I assume this logo is still under there somewhere. At least I feel it in my heart. But the other one would be Springtrap because he's a rabbit. He'll get into some dastardly deeds. I'll just say that. Because everybody who trusts the guy dressed as the bunny. Anywho, continuing on. Yeah, I'm just. That's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. So I'll say a Ruby character and then a non-Ruby character. So definitely Velvet Scarlatina. These ears will not hold up, but she would definitely enjoy spring and probably getting confused for the Easter Bunny. She'd probably get John along and be like, come on, we're going to go deliver Easter eggs. And then maybe they'd run into Springtrap, and that would be hilarious. Again, Rooster Teeth, if you're watching, we have a Ruby TV skit for you, please.
Not you too, Velvet! Everybody's asking me
peeps at everyone.
Deliver eggs!
And then my second character. Oh, not quite done. My second character is Mitsuri Kanjuro from Demon Slayer. She's a love Harashi, and I think she would enjoy spring, getting to see the flowers, getting to go on little picnics and whatnot. So she would definitely be a fan of spring. So that wraps up my questions for this podcast featuring spring/Easter topic. But before we take off, I'm going to ask my tea sippers here. Do you all have questions for me or about this topic in general?
What is your favorite fictional rabbit from different medias or books or anything along that line?
If I say, nobody's gonna know. So I'm gonna be traditional. I'm just gonna be traditional and say Peter Rabbit. I grew up with the book and whatnot. I saw the movie. I think it's like a cartoon or something growing up. Not the newest one, but the cartoon growing up. And that one has a special place in my heart. What about you, Bella?
Gee, you know what? I can't think of one. Again, I can't think of something. But how cool would it be if Bakugo was dressed up as the Easter Bunny for a bunch of kids? He would just be like,
No.
"Oh
No.
no!"
That's
Anyway, what about you, Jay?
The White Rabbit. But there's another one too. That's not actually a rabbit, but Honey's stuffed rabbit from Order High School Host Club.
yes, classic. Love that anime. Good pick. How about you, Springy? I feel like we already know.
Yeah, I'll say something different.
Okay.
I'll say something cuter, not Springtrap or any of his variants. The bunny from Hop. I think I can't. I don't remember his name off the top of my head because it's not like it's not Peter, is it? I have to look it up.
I
My
forgot
golly,
about
gee
that
whiz.
movie.
It is like one of my favorite Easter movies, in my opinion.
Oh, I have another one that's one of my favorites. Maybe it's not as well known, but from the movie Rise of the Guardians, the Australian Easter
Yeah.
Bunny. Yes, that's a good one. Springy's looking at
Oh,
the
I
name.
found my favorite bunny. I think I
Alright.
found my favorite bunny.
Oh,
Oh, EB. Just
EB.
his name's EB, and he's gonna be Easter Bunny.
Oh, oh, so original.
Yeah.
All right, Bella, you wanna give your answer and then we'll wrap up?
Yeah. So, whenever Jinx was little, her name was Powder. Did you guys notice that she had a stuffed bunny? I thought that was very cute. So that's my favorite bunny this year.
There you go. I like it. Bunnies all around. So, and with that, we're going to hop to our little cosplay world and whatnot. So, thank you all for joining, for watching. We hope you enjoyed. Again, find us on Instagram, Cosplay Tea Time. Subscribe if you want to see more, and just continue supporting us. We'd greatly appreciate it. So, I hope everyone stays safe, take care, and as always, keep sipping away. So, bye.
Pop, 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 pop.